How about another joke, Murray?
No, I think we've had enough of your jokes.
Yeah, for this universe though, I will say I do dig the like Joker aesthetic design they went for. Like the
Oh yeah,
makeup
he
and
looks
the all
awesome.
red suit. And it
Yeah.
just fits the time period they're trying to capture too. Like that
Yep,
stair
I think
scene. Dude, that stair scene, so I feel like it's already iconic at this point. I feel like that's probably the scene a lot of people see that in the Murray Show when they think about this movie.
hmm I
And
think
it's
the
I forgot when
I
he was
think for
running from the
future
cops, he got hit by that fucking car.
Flagpole. What did you say? Flagpole.
Take your stinking paw off me, you damn 38!
No!
You're a wizard, Harry.
In spite of everything you've done for them, eventually they will hate you.
And I care! What is the deal?
Well, do me a favor, Captain. Go fuck yourself.
Language. Why so serious?
What's your favorite scary movie? I'm Vengeance.
Avengers! Assemble.
Welcome back to That's So Random, the most random podcast on the internet. I'm Braden, and with me, as per usual, it's Andrew.
yo, what's
And
up?
yeah, Murray, you want to hear a joke?
It doesn't involve me getting shot in the head.
Huh. I guess something like knock knock. What do you get? Well, no, that was the second joke, wasn't it? What do you get when you cross
Yeah.
a mentally ill? Don't remember
Mentally
those
ill
names,
loner.
Yeah,
Mentally
loner
mentally ill loner
with
that
the society that
has
abandons him and treats him like trash. You get what you fucking deserve.
pow.
Yeah,
Still
we're talking about Joker.
yeah. That's still one
I'm
of the
the
most
Joker,
shocking
baby.
moments I feel like in like a movie.
Dude, I forgot
How do you
how
like
fast it actually happened. Like until I rewatched it. Like that gunshot
dude
just
that
it's he whips out that gun and shoots him so quick.
so I feel like Joker was more of a slow burn than the Batman. Joker I was kind of like I kept looking at the time. I'm like, Jesus Christ, are we almost to this part yet? Because I only wanted to see the Murray segment. I'm not saying it's like
Wow.
bad, but it drove a lot
I
more than I feel
I
like the
agree with
Batman.
what you're saying to a point, but I think it's just the first 30 or so minutes that kind of drags. Because I think from the subway killings on, it's a phenomenal movie.
Yeah, so I watched it with my girlfriend, and the moment where you realize that he made everything up in his head about like having a girlfriend and everything,
Oh yeah.
I was like, he made it all up. She's like, what the fuck's wrong with this guy?
He's the Joker.
It's like, believe it or not, he's crazy. He's crazy.
Yeah, but this movie, I
Um,
feel like it was obviously like critically acclaimed. It's the first R-rated movie that crossed $1 billion. I feel like it's pretty divisive. Like I feel like there's people that probably this just isn't their type of movie, and there's people like me that love this fucking movie. It's a heavy movie though, so it's not super rewatchable.
yeah, I don't think it's like the greatest thing ever, but I also like it for what it is. You know? Get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. I think it works really well as a commentary on just mental illness and society, which is obviously what Todd Phillips was trying to do with it.
Yeah, you could take the name Joker off this movie and it would have done still great. Honestly, it probably would be less
It would have made
divisive
$1 billion.
No. But it probably would have been less divisive, you know, because it's always the comic book fanboys that cause everything to, you know, be divisive. That's not my Joker. Well,
Yeah, I feel
guess
like
what?
I don't think you could have gone to one of the big studios with this movie without like a name like Joker attached to it though, for them to actually take the pitch on it because I feel like all those like character study, mental health commentary type movies are always like the A24 has became like a studio into itself, but it's like the A24 type studios that pick that stuff up, not WB, not Disney. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, didn't Taxi Driver do well? And
That was
wasn't
in
that what this movie was?
1970 something.
Yeah, but isn't that what this movie's like compared to the most? Is Taxi Driver?
Yeah, but Todd Phillips isn't Martin Scorsese.
Oh, that's true.
This is the guy that
Hey,
made
wait,
Hangover.
wasn't Robert De Niro in Taxi Driver?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. He's also
yeah.
in the
This
Joker. Wow,
this
that's
movie
crazy.
is heavily compared to mostly Taxi Driver and The King of Comedy. Those are like its two main inspirations. And it
Yeah.
definitely feels like a
Uh,
70s movie because every damn scene someone's smoking.
Somebody's smoking. Yes, I pointed that out the second time I watched it, or the on a rewatch. You don't realize it. I don't think the first time, But when he's sitting
I
in the
realized
like
it in the
the
theater because it's just like, how many movies do we get nowadays where like every scene someone's got a cigarette? I feel like that's rare.
yeah, it's also crazy. Just how many cigarettes do you think were burned or whatever they use for cigarettes in movies were
Yeah,
burned,
well,
in between takes and
yeah,
everything?
I know nowadays
Because
they
everybody,
use like something that's it's not an actual cigarette. I don't
it's
know. I've
like
heard
a
actors
herbal
talk about
thing.
it and it tastes awful.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How long do you
the
think
Bike
this?
Riders, which came out earlier this year with Tom Hardy and Austin Butler, that movie was the same way. Like every scene, someone had a cigarette. I'm like, bro, if I smoked as many cigarettes that as were in this movie, I would be dead.
Yeah, you would just die, kill over. That'd be the end of you. R.I.P.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be the cancer that killed me or anything. It'd just be all the fucking
No,
smoke in my
just
lungs.
smoke inhalation. Yeah, you'd need Fire Country to come save you, wouldn't you? That's what we're
Ugh.
reviewing next, everybody. Fire Country. Stay
Oh, we're
tuned.
gonna have to get your girlfriend on.
Yeah. We're reviewing.
We're gonna have
No,
to
we're
do an
gonna watch
episode
that
with
one.
your girlfriend and my sister where we're just here.
It's like, wait, so why did the guy go to prison again? He helped up a liquor store. Okay. Continue on. That would just be the whole thing. But back to Joker. How long do you think this Joker could last against Robert Pattinson's Batman?
He'd be out in one punch.
Okay, Michael Keaton.
Well, how long did Jack Nicholson's Joker last? Because I feel like this guy's on level with Jack Nicholson's Joker.
He lasted a
in-
while. He lasted all right time. Okay, I'm gonna go.
Well,
through
in their
all the
first
Batmans,
interaction,
okay?
well, he did kind of get his ass kicked in their first interaction. That's why he fell in the vat of acid in the first place in that movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through all the Batmans. All right.
All right,
George Clooney.
George Clooney. I think you know what? I think George Clooney. He's in the best Batman movie ever. So I think Joaquin Phoenix's Joker. He's done within a millisecond of coming across
That's
George Clooney's
true.
Batman.
He'd probably just glance at him and he would kill over. Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, maybe like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay, that's fair. Ben Affleck.
Oh, he'd be dead. This Joker's not making it out with his life, dude.
The fact that Jared Leto's still alive just is a testament to
That's why he's got that
something, I
grill,
don't
bro.
know.
Batman knocked all his teeth out.
Christian Bale.
Oh, where's the trigger? You know what? I don't think. I think this Joker can still take pain like Heath Ledger's Joker. Maybe not as well. Maybe he wouldn't keep the insults coming like Heath did. But I'll also say 5.
5 minutes. Okay. And then last but not least, oh my gosh,
Adam
I don't
West.
know. No, I was torn, but if I already screwed myself over by saying last but not least, I wanted to say the Batman the Animated Series Batman, but then I thought about Adam West too. So let's just do Adam West to keep it live action.
Adam West, dude, he's gonna have something in that utility belt that takes this Joker down immediately.
He'll like pull out Joker spray or something and just freezes him. It's like, where'd you get that, Batman? Holy
He'll
guacamole!
challenge him to a surfing challenge, and Joaquin Phoenix's Joker isn't gonna know what to do,
He's just gonna
and
start
he's just gonna
laughing.
go into a catatonic state.
Yeah. The only thing, like the biggest thing that I didn't like, I don't know why they had to tie in Bruce's parents' murder to the uprising that Joaquin Phoenix created. That's the
Yeah, I
only
didn't.
like,
I didn't
real
love that
issue
either.
about. It's like they could have had like Thomas Wayne be like his enemy, and we could have gone a few years before Thomas and Martha died. If they would have had it where Joker was the one who killed him in the alleyway or something, but you could have done it in a different way where maybe Joker killed Bruce and we got a different universe of Thomas Wayne's Batman or something, I don't know.
What
I
if
just didn't
this
like
ends up being connected to the Batman in that universe, and the Joker that we saw at the end of the Batman is actually Joaquin Phoenix's Joker's son?
I, I, with all the stupid stuff that DC does, I know they're under like a new regime and everything, but I could see that to the old DC, Isn't that some dumb shit you could see them doing?
Oh,
It's like he's just as
under
crazy as his dad.
under James Gunn, I would hope not, but in the past, yes. And I
And
mean,
like
we
people
haven't
could
seen James Gunn's DC yet, so maybe I'm speaking before I should, but I don't know. I just trust him.
Yeah, I don't think Like, I mean, we seen him make 3 good Guardians movies. But then again, Kevin Feige, he was having to answer to him a lot. So
Well, the Suicide Squad was also really good.
that's true. I forgot about Suicide Squad.
I think
But
he's
in my
just
opinion-
proven that he's someone that understands like comic book characters
Yeah.
and actually cares
I
about
think he
them.
killed off some characters he shouldn't have in Suicide Squad.
Like Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang.
I'd agree, but hey,
Also, Rick Flag.
that movie's. Yeah, I still wonder what they're gonna do with that because Rick Flag is like confirmed to be in Peacemaker season 2, but I don't know if it's gonna be flashback or if he's gonna be alive in the DCU now. Like if he's gonna be alive in the new universe or what. But Rick Flag Sr. is also gonna be in it, so I could see it being a flashback, and that like Rick Flag Sr. is there for vengeance for his son or something.
The only thing I'm excited for is Daredevil. And that's not even DC. So,
Wow, you're not
Oh, no,
excited
I'm-
for Joker too?
well, Joker too, but I'm talking about in terms of like the DC like cinematic universe.
You're not excited for Superman? I'm hella pumped for that movie.
I haven't really seen much about it. So,
Well, I mean, there hasn't been a trailer or anything yet, but just the fact
Yeah,
that
but,
James
like,
Gunn's
you
making a
see-
Superman.
yeah, but you see stuff all the time. They're like, oh, they're shooting a scene where Superman is going to be wearing a gray and yellow suit. Whereas
I
don't
did tell
see
you
shit
Nicholas
ever.
Holt's playing Lex Luthor in that, right? Who played
Yeah.
Beast in the new yeah. So
Yeah, he played the worst version of Beast.
yeah, you hated on that version of Beast.
Yeah, because it was bad. Kelsey Grammer was 10 times better. Why do you think Marvel brought him back?
True, Kelsey Grammer was great.
Yeah.
Was he as great as Joaquin Phoenix was in this movie though?
On par?
Whoa.
I would say they were. Well, I mean, how do you define? I was also trying to explain that I don't really like it when they do origins for the Joker,
Me
but I
either.
like interpretations. Like, you know how, he kind of leaves it at the end. He says something about, think what you want or whatever he says to his therapist.
He's like laughing, and she's like, "What are you laughing
Yeah.
at?" And he said a joke, and she
You
said,
wouldn't
"Do you
get
want to
it.
tell me?"
Yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't get it.
Yeah. So maybe like everything that happened in that was just up to interpretation, which I like that. But I don't know. I think it's more scary to not know where he comes from or how he
Oh,
became
definitely.
who he is.
Definitely, because
when
like
you
I don't like saying it's like my main complaint about the movie outside of the Wayne murder stuff because that wasn't needed at all. They literally just shoot that in the last 10 minutes. But
Yeah.
it's that I don't know how this movie works without them doing it, but I don't love that they kind of make the Joker a sympathetic character in this.
Yeah, no, he's not sympathetic at all.
No, he's supposed to be pure evil.
The only version of the Joker that I could see that maybe is like sympathetic or something was it the Dark Knight Returns Joker, where he's like in a catatonic state or something.
Why would you have sympathy for him though?
Well, doesn't he like start doing a talk show or something like that, and he kills everybody? He's
Yeah,
like trying
so
to atone for everything.
Well, no, he was never truly trying to atone at all.
Well, yeah,
He
it
was in
all
the
it was all a
catatonic
gag.
state because Batman went away, and then when he sees that Batman's back, he snaps out of that catatonic state.
Yeah, and he's like trying to right his wrongs, air quotes, right his wrongs. But in reality, he's just trying to draw Batman out.
Yes.
Wasn't that the whole thing? Yeah, so that's like the only time I could see you like being like, oh my gosh, he actually changed, blah 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 blah. He's trying to do right, but then he just does the exact
Well,
same
he's
evil shit that he's
acting
been doing the
like
whole
he-
time. Yeah,
Yeah, he's acting.
no, that's
like he
what I'm
wants to
that's
do
what I'm
right.
saying. Yeah. Like, but no,
Like,
yeah, they make
Joker
the
in
Joker, like,
this-
completely.
He feels like a victim before he actually becomes the Joker.
Yeah,
And you
he's
kind of
never a
understand
victim.
why, like, you understand why this guy snaps in this movie. Like, he is
Yeah,
beaten
but,
down
like-
by the world so much that he just can't take it anymore.
Yeah, and the Joker does some horrendous stuff. Like, he does not deserve sympathy at all.
No, he doesn't.
Which most
in
of
this
Batman's
movie, they
villains
give him
don't.
such a tragic backstory, and I'm like, this is why it's better not to know anything about like where this guy came from.
Yeah, or just make him the world's worst person ever. You could have done
Yeah, just
that,
make
too.
him evil for no fucking reason, basically.
Yeah, like instead of letting
Or just
the,
make him
little
evil
guy-
because he thinks it's funny.
Yeah, instead of letting the little guy go, I wish he would have killed him too. The one guy who was nice to him. But also, I feel
I
like
kind of like that he lets him go because that shows the unpredictability of the character.
That's exactly what I was about to say. That feels like something Joker would do, though. You know how he like lunges at him or whatever
Yeah,
before he gets out the
yeah,
door? It's like you don't know if he's actually about to attack you or not. So, yeah,
yeah. I
I
know.
agree with
Yeah.
you there. I like that.
Oh, that scene's so good though. He stabs Randall to death, and Gary, the little guy, is just like Arthur. Why did? He's like, Gary, you can
Yeah,
come out of the corner. You can leave. I'm not gonna hurt you.
you were the only one who was ever nice to me.
Oh
No,
man, you
the
just knew before he even pulled the knife or shank or whatever he had in his pocket out to stab him. You knew that dude wasn't making it out of that apartment alive because he
hell
is the
no
one. He is the one that like
started this whole downward
started
spiral
this.
pretty
Yeah, it
much.
started this transition, his descent into madness because him giving Arthur the gun is what gets him fired, and him getting fired is what and he ends up having to take the subway, and then he's getting fucking sold by these three guys that he just straight up murders. And am I wrong in saying that him murdering those three guys in the subway was so damn satisfying?
Oh yeah, they weren't good guys.
They fucking deserve that shit. It's like
You
this is
know,
why
you know
you
what?
don't pick on random ass people in the streets, bro.
You know what could possibly work in a universe like this? Like a Jason Todd situation, you know? I feel like this
Like,
Joker would be good to like torture a Jason Todd type of character,
oh, like
you know?
just to kill a kid
Yeah, yeah.
or a
I feel like
teenager,
this
I should
Joker
say.
could do it. Yeah, yeah. Let's put Chris O'Donnell in there because you know he's a teenager. He's not a 50-year-old man at this point.
Oh man, I want to see that. I want to see Chris O'Donnell's Robin getting beat with a crowbar by Phoenix's Joker.
Because we all know he was the greatest villain of Batman and Robin.
Yes, I mean, there's
No,
no
but
arguing that.
so tell me a little bit more about Joker 2 because I've only seen one trailer. What exactly is happening in this movie? Do you know anything
Uh,
about it?
I couldn't tell you what the plot is because, first of all, because of this movie, how much stuff is like left up to interpretation and how the lines between reality and fiction are kind of blurred. I think it's gonna be much of the same in the second. Like the way they promoted this movie, I couldn't even tell you if Harley Quinn's a real character in this movie or not, or if she's going to be a figment of his imagination.
But it is going to be kind of a musical, is it not? Or is that whole aspect dropped?
No, it's a musical. It's like a jukebox musical, I think is what they said. So it's gonna be like established songs already. Like they're not making original music or anything.
Ah, interesting. Well,
But
we
yeah,
have Lady
it is
Gaga.
a musical.
Some of her songs.
And that raises the question of if Harley is a real character, is this movie maybe going to be, or at least the musical parts of this movie going to be from her perspective? Because I can't see like songs going on in the Joker's head. Like I don't think that's what goes on in his head.
Maybe he falls in love and all he hears is music.
Maybe
All I know is
because
I'm ready to hear Joaquin Phoenix sing again because that Walk the Line movie, so good.
yeah, dude, Joaquin Phoenix is great in everything he's in. Walk
Dude,
the Line, this,
her.
Truth, Her, any other movie he's been in, The
Dude,
Master.
one of my favorite moments from Walk the Line is when he's promoting like he's trying to sell his music to the record guy, and he says, "We come in here and we play for 5 minutes, and this guy says I don't believe in God." And he says, "If you were laying in the street and you had one song left to sing, what would that song be?" And he says, "I wrote this song in the Air Force. You got anything against the Air Force?" And the guy says, "No." He says, "Well, I do." Yeah, he did not like the Air Force. But then he starts playing Walk the Line. Or Folsom Prison Blues, I'm sorry.
Both great
But,
songs.
yeah, well, just any Johnny Cash song's a good song. But
Oh yeah, legend.
Chicken in Black, man. Whew, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, I do want to bring up though in Joker before I forget this, just the like subtle moments of like him looking at his notes and stuff, like when he's looking at it and it says like when you have a mental illness, people expect you to act as if you don't.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had to pause it to read it.
I like the one that says, "I hope my life makes more sense than my death." Or, "I hope my death makes more sense than my life." But he spelled it CENTS.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so is he
Yeah.
actually talking about, did he just spell it wrong, or is he talking about profit, you know?
hopes his death is worth more than his life.
I don't know. Also, I love how he just has porn glued in his joke book.
Notice that.
Yeah, when he's flipping through on the Murray show, you just see like a girl, just spread eagle.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
I was like, you remember that scene in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? That's like a meme now where Leonardo DiCaprio goes, "Hey," does that, and it's like pointing at the TV, snapping.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was me. I was like, "What was that? Back it up." That was a naked woman. I can't remember what his first joke was, but it was pretty funny. I mean, it wasn't funny at all, but it was just funny just how it didn't get a laugh at all. He's like, "We don't use that kind of humor around here, Arthur." He says, "Oh, okay."
The drunk driver joke?
Yeah. Yeah.
A mother's child got hit by a drunk driver driving home. The officers said, "I'm sorry to inform you, but he's dead." Something like that.
Yeah, it was something like that. It was so dark. I got a good laugh out of it because I'm like, that's not even a good joke. That's just fucking bad.
Oh no, he was so proud of it too.
Yeah, oh yeah, he was loving it. But also, I
Man,
like how
his mom
he
is a
wasn't-
piece of shit.
Oh yeah, his mom's a terrible person.
I'm so glad he smothered her. Well, you see, I'm rooting.
Yeah, no
That's why I kind of hate that I'm rooting for the Joker in this movie because I should not be rooting for the Joker to kill all these people.
Yeah, like he was a real scumbag in The Dark Knight.
Oh,
You know?
You mean you didn't like it when he killed Rachel?
No, I did
Fuck.
like it when he killed Rachel. Yeah, I did like it when he killed Rachel. Let's be honest. I hated Rachel.
Yeah, dude, I especially hated her in Batman Begins. Like when Bruce
she was
shows
just
her
a
the gun and she
bitch.
just slaps him. I'm like, well, you didn't fucking kill the guy. Why are you slapping this motherfucker? Like, if you knew that was the man that killed your parents, you would want to kill that motherfucker. Don't even lie to me.
Ooh, here's a question. How many Alfreds do you think this Joker could stand up to?
Oh well, he almost strangled this one to death, so I'm gonna say,
Was
well,
that Alfred?
yeah,
I did not know that was supposed to be Alfred.
I'm gonna say 2 because I don't know. I think if 2 are coming at him, he's not gonna be able to do anything. But if 1, I think he can take.
You
1.
think he could take Jeremy Irons?
No, that's a different
Do you
story.
think he could? Do you think he could take the Alfred from the Batman '89?
Michael Gow or Michael Goff, however you pronounce his last name. Yeah, I think he can take that Alfred.
Think he
was
could
old
take him?
shit.
I mean, he could smother his mom, so he could smother that Alfred in his sleep. What about Andy Serkis's Alfred?
Ooh. I mean,
He would he would rock his shit before the hospital trip.
well, I mean, Joker's got a gun though.
You think that gun would stop that man?
You're right. Andy Serkis is a madman when he wants to be.
Yeah, he would go fucking crazy. Oh,
I have in my notes. Is Thomas Wayne based on Donald Trump in this movie? Because they showed a part of his campaign where he's like, "I'm trying to help the lower class citizens build better lives, be more wealthy, and it's best that I be elected, whether they know it or not." And I'm like, this really sounds like a Donald Trump campaign right now.
maybe he is. You know, this Gotham feels like Chicago. So
Man, dude, yeah, Thomas Wayne was a real piece of shit in this, though.
how though?
Well, I mean, I guess all politicians are pieces of shit, so I guess that's a little unfair to say.
But I mean, how was this Thomas Wayne a piece of shit? Unless you're taking the Joker's side.
Well, just how, I don't know, it felt like he was looking down on the lower class. And I feel like Thomas Wayne in general typically
you're
doesn't.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you. I forgot about the when Joaquin saw him on TV, you know, and he was talking down. And he's like, "Yeah, these people are just like animals." I forgot about that. Yeah.
Aside
he
from
was kind of
that,
a
he was
dick.
fine, but I was like, whoa, Thomas.
Yeah.
First of all, why are you even a politician? I thought you were a doctor.
Yeah, no shit.
Why are you trying to
Well,
be mayor?
To be fair, that's what he tried to do in the Batman too. He tried to become
Yeah.
mayor, but got killed. And we goated that movie, so we can't really dog it in this one.
True. I might like this movie more than the Batman.
Really? I don't.
I don't know, dude. I just really. Oh, Joaquin Phoenix is my favorite actor, though, so I don't know how much of it's just that he's playing my favorite villain. Even though
You take Joaquin Phoenix out of this movie, do you like it more than the Batman?
I don't know who do you put in his place?
Nobody. You just have the whole movie. without him.
Nobody. Well,
Yeah.
this movie wouldn't work without him. So definitely the Batman would be better. I think they're pretty on level
Exactly.
with each other, and they're like such different films. They're kind of hard to compare, but
I
I
just
can
like
definitely watch the Batman more often than I can watch this movie. But I think just from a filmmaking standpoint, this movie is fucking amazing. Like from a
Okay.
technical aspect.
The Batman has a better soundtrack.
I don't even remember the songs that played in that movie.
Something in
I'll
the
give you
Way
the
by
score.
Nirvana.
Oh yeah, well yeah, but other than that, I don't remember a song.
Pretty sure that was it. That's all I remember.
I don't know.
I just
Joker had a
remember it
better
playing.
soundtrack than I remembered it having, because I didn't remember so many songs playing in that movie. Like I didn't remember a song actually playing when he was being driven away from the Murray show in the cop car.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Okay,
honest. I don't remember that.
what did you think of the interaction between Arthur and Little Bruce? Since we kind of already talked about it with him strangling Alfred, but him coming up with like the clown nose and doing magic
I
tricks
thought it
and
was
shit.
weird
I
that
did
kid
too.
just stood there and let him put his
Yes!
fingers in his mouth.
I
I
thought it
was
was
like, what the
weird that
fuck's
this
wrong with
kid
this version of Bruce
walked
Wayne?
closer to the gate when this guy walked up. I'd be like, I would have been walking back to that mansion, bro.
No shit. Also, why is his jungle gym playground thing that far away from the mansion?
It doesn't seem very safe.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't seem
Also,
very
why the
child.
fuck wasn't? Yeah, why the fuck wasn't Alfred near him?
I don't know. Well,
This
he had to
Alfred
be somewhat
sucks.
near him to come up
He
to him
like
eventually.
went to
But
take
I don't know.
he went to like take a piss. Then by the time he came back, he's like, "What the fuck's going on here?"
Who knows, man? Alfred's always running errands, so he's probably just doing some bullshit. And he's like, "Oh, Bruce, why are you talking to this strange man?"
Yeah, I kind of hope this universe really doesn't get a Batman, and I hope Joker's more of a piece of shit in the next movie. You can make Harley Quinn is sympathize. You can sympathize with Harley Quinn, but you can't sympathize with Joker.
You can sympathize with
Because
Harley
she-
Quinn because of the Joker, because the Joker abused
Exactly.
and broke her mind.
Yeah, and I kind of hope that. And my biggest worry is that they're kind of going to turn it the opposite way, and maybe makes it where you sympathize with him again, and maybe make her where you don't sympathize with her at all. That's my biggest fear.
I hope not. I'm
With-
hoping now that like they've crossed that line. He is now the Joker. He has murdered all these people. There's no sign of him ever stopping. I'm hoping he's just gonna be beyond the point of redemption into.
Who do you want the hero of this one to be? Do you hope we get like a Commissioner Gordon or something, a young hotshot?
I would love to see a Commissioner Gordon. Can you really say there was a hero in this movie?
Murray
See,
Murray Franklin.
Joe, I don't know.
He got him captured.
He got what he deserved.
Yeah, he got what he fucking deserved.
Ugh.
Also, like how no matter how delusional he was, he realized that Murray was just inviting him on the show to make fun of him. Like his obsession, and I don't know what you would call it, but like his love for Murray wasn't blinding him to the fact that he didn't think he was funny. He was just bringing him there to make fun of him.
Oh yeah, no. When he saw that clip play in Murray's comments when he was in the hospital room with his mother, this was before he smothered her, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that was before he smothered her to death. You could see the realization on his face that this
Also, I
guy
like how they
didn't think
they
it was
lead
funny.
it up. They lead it up to the point where you think he's going to kill himself, but something snaps in that moment, and that anger just overtakes him where he just ends up shooting Murray. Because remember when he's practicing in the living room, he keeps pulling the gun on himself, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah, and he kept practicing like the joke that he was gonna tell before that too. And I feel
Yeah.
we obviously don't see like come to fruition or anything. I feel like what happens when you cross a mentally ill loner with a society that abandons him and treats him like trash. I feel like that was just off the rip.
yeah, I feel like he
That was
just
probably-
got fed up of
Yeah, the anger and
being
frustration
told.
speaking.
Yeah. Yeah, I fully believe he was going to kill himself until, like, they basically started laying into him. Nobody took his side. Everybody was against him in the room. And it was just kind of, he got pushed over the edge.
Yeah, for this universe though, I will say I do dig the like Joker aesthetic design they went for. Like the
Oh,
makeup
yeah, he
and
looks
the
awesome.
all red suit. And it
Yeah.
just fits the time period they're trying to capture too. Like that
Yep,
stair
I think-
scene. Dude, that stair scene, so I feel like it's already iconic at this point. I feel like that's probably the scene a lot of people see that in the Murray show when they think about this movie.
Mm-hmm. I
Just-
think the
I forgot when
I
he was
think
running
for
from the
future-
cops, he got hit by that fucking car.
I think for future movies though, like that they do Joker in, I kind of like to see more colorful Jokers, wouldn't you?
Like, you're saying how like his make his face paint was a bit more colorful, and
Yeah, it wasn't just white and there wasn't just a purple suit and stuff like the classic Joker
Yeah.
look I like, but like wouldn't it
Well,
be cool to have like
I
the
can see the
Batman?
suit being more. Well, I don't. It depends what route they go with the Joker, because if they go like bleach skin, you can't really make his face more colorful. It's just gonna be white and red lips. But as far as the suit goes, yeah, you can change that up. But if it's just
Yeah.
makeup, then yeah, you can do something like this where like there's a little more color to the face, and it's not just pure white and black eyeliner. Like I think the blue
I think
eyeliner makes this distinct.
Yeah, I think it would be cool though, like in the Batman, to have like a version where he's got a super colorful suit. Maybe he just does the face paint, not the bleach skinned, and he's just super colorful, and he's just the polar opposite of Batman in every way. You know?
In the
Which is
Batman, Matt
much-
Reeves universe, I feel like yeah, it's just gonna be face paint. I don't see they wouldn't even
Yeah, there's no.
they wouldn't even give Penguin the last name of Cobblepot. They are not giving Joker bleach skin.
What's his
They are
last
trying to
name?
make this as grounded as possible. They just like changed it to Cobb, so they basically just made it shorter, which I
Oh,
don't get.
okay, but they could just say that he's just Oz Cobb. Wait a second, he's called Oz. I don't call him Oswald, so his name is just Oz
Yeah.
Cobb.
I can't.
That's stupid.
That's what I'm saying.
I
Like, what
just-
is wrong with Oswald Cobblepot? Like, people have these off the wall names in real life too. It's not unreal. Like, a name can't really be unrealistic at this point.
No. Yeah. Oh well. I trust Matt Reeves' universe.
I mean,
I
I
feel like
loved
it's
episode
great.
1 of the Penguin. I don't have any other complaints other than like I wish they kind of embrace some of the comic roots just a bit more. Like, I
Did Batman
don't
show
even
up
think
in
they've
it?
called him. I don't care if Batman shows up. I wish they would just call this motherfucker the Penguin though.
Did he show up? Is what I'm asking.
Did he? No, he didn't
In
show up in
episode
episode
one.
1. No.
Fuck. I just want to see Pattinson, man.
So episode 2 is tomorrow night. Well, it's probably tonight. This is probably going up Sunday, so it's tonight. But are you gonna wait to like binge this?
Possibly, unless there's like something that happens and you're like, you probably need to watch this before it gets spoiled for you. So
Okay, so something like if something fucking incredibly awesome
Something like-
happens, I should tell you.
yeah, like if like Catwoman shows up and like shoots somebody in the head or some shit like that, you know, something crazy.
Okay. Yeah, something big happens,
like-
I'll tell you.
Or
I
like
won't
Chris
tell you what it is,
O'Donnell
but I'll be
shows
like,
up
you
in
should
the
fucking
show.
watch it. Yeah, Chris
Yeah.
O'Donnell shows up as Dick Grayson.
Yeah, shows up as Dick Grayson. You know, just 13-year-old Dick Grayson.
And
But-
they should really make that Chris O'Donnell Nightwing movie that was supposed to happen after Batman and Robin. I think it's about time. to get that.
Yes, please make it the same time to make Channing Tatum's Gambit movie.
Bro, I still want that. I still want Channing Tatum to Gambit movie. I'm not gonna lie. Like I was so happy when I saw him in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Well, spoilers. God, some people may not have seen that yet.
It's made $1.3 billion at the box office. It's their own damn fault if they haven't seen it.
Wow, victim blaming the people who haven't got to see the movie yet.
Yeah. So that was the only other R-rated movie that crossed $1 billion after Joker. So there's been 2.
Well, I'm excited to see how Joker 2 does. I
I
guess that's
with it being a musical, I don't see it crossing $1 billion, but I feel like it's still gonna bring in a pretty hefty amount.
I guess that'll be the next thing we end up doing.
Yeah. Yeah, because it
Oh.
comes out Friday. Or well, Thursday, I
Friday?
guess is gonna be the preview.
Thursday.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I'm ready for
I'm
it.
ready
too.
for it.
Well, how are we grading the first one?
I don't know. I don't even know how to grade this one. How many mentally ill loners do you think would take to take down the Joker?
I don't know. I don't think any of them could take him down. He's the ultimate mentally ill loner.
Well, keep in mind his gun only has like 6 shots in it. So,
That's true. This Joker hasn't yet developed laughing gas and such, so he can't just gas a room full of mentally ill loners.
we'll say 6. 6 is borderline. You know, that takes all 6 shots because apparently he's like an ace shot. So, 6, and then maybe 8. I feel like he could take a beating from 1 and probably end up stabbing him to death.
All right,
But-
I have another grading scale we can do for this. We'll do 2. How much sense did this movie make?
Oh, how much sense? I think 1 billion cents.
I'd agree.
Yeah,
Billion
it's
cents.
up to your own interpretation. But yeah, so I think 8 mentally ill owners and 1 billion cents. That's a pretty good scale, I feel like.
Oh, that's one of our best ones, I think.
Yeah. I think with this one may have to get reused for Joker 2 here.
I don't know. We'll see if he comes up with any new material.
That's true. He may come up with some new material. Hopefully he does. But yeah, I guess that's all for Joker.
Oh, that's been it for Joker. I really like the movie.
Where can you find this?
You can find this show on Spotify, Apple Podcast, on YouTube at The Red Arrow, wherever else you find your podcasts.
And I
Right.
guess the next time you'll see us will be Joker 2, right?
Yes. Hopefully by this time next week. If we can
Yeah.
get to the theater before then anyway.
Yeah. Well, bye.
Just think of a joke. Do you want to tell it to me? You